Welcome to your full body sculpt series. My name is Courtney and I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Today's class, we're going to be utilizing a set of hand weights and a yoga mat or just body weight, whatever's best for you and your body. And we are going to start just in a cross-legged position or kneeling, whatever's most comfortable for you. We're going to start with some neck circles. So start by dropping your left ear over to that left shoulder, getting a nice stretch to the right side of your neck. Then rolling down through center over to that other side. Taking it nice and slow, switching it out other side. Option to take this to a full neck circle, rolling around, coming over to that opposite direction. We'll take it one more each way, sitting up nice and tall. Back over to that other side. Coming back to that neutral position, both hands reach nice and long overhead. We fall over to the side, side body stretch, keeping that shoulder stacked. We switch it out other side, both hands reach and switch. Back over to that other side and switch. Last one, each direction. Switch back over to that first side and hold. We're going to drop that top shoulder, rotating our chest, deepening that stretch. Top fingers reach even further. Coming back to center, switch it out last time. Find that deepest reach, then drop that shoulder and extend. Coming back through center, reach both hands long overhead. Go ahead and extend your toes to the front end of your mat. I'm in a swivel, just so I'm down on my mat. We're extending those toes out, soft bend in the knees. Arms are still reaching out in front of you. We're gonna tuck our pelvis up and under and slowly roll it all the way back down to our mat. One vertebrae at a time. Crown of your head reaching as we extend. Then we're gonna reverse it back up, chin to chest, one vertebrae at a time, all the way back up. Reach, stack that entire spine over your pelvis and roll it back down. Moving with precision, moving nice and slow. We're just warming up through that spine, curl and reach. Finding a little extra length each time. Extending and finding that full stretch at the bottom before you reverse it back up all the way. Last time, all the way down to the mat. We melt and reach. Coming all the way back up to the top. Extend. We're going to come down halfway, reaching those fingertips out in front of you, tucking that belly button down into your spine. We're going to draw our right knee in, tuck and reach, then left. So holding that nice C curve through your spine, finding your lowest point. Core is on. We're wrapping those ribs in, driving those alternating knees. Holding onto that breath, exhale and inhale. Two more each side, in and reach, in and reach. Last one, tuck and extend, tuck and extend. Option, staying in that single leg tap or taking it to a double knee tuck, reaching both knees in at the same time. Also option to bring your fingertips down to the mat for support or holding them reaching. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold those knees and hover. Arms are out wide. Soft bend in the elbows like you're holding a beach ball. We're gonna twist over to that right side, come back through center. We twist left and right, rotating through that whole chest, wringing out your waist like it's a wet towel. You're getting all the water out of that towel as you twist and come back to center for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in center. Heels are still lifted. We lift those arms overhead, find length, then reach down by your knees. Lift and reach. Still holding that big beach ball. Arms are out in that little circle. We have 3. Heels come down in 2. Last one, reach, extend those arms long, heels come down to the mat. We melt it all the way back down. adjust where you need to be in the center of your mat, and we're going to wiggle those heels in so we can tap them with our fingertips. Coming up into a bridge segment, I want those heels in nice and close, hip bones are nice and even. Extend those arms out from your shoulders. We lift and squeeze up into that top part of our bridge, and we lower and tap it down. Sweeping those arms down towards your mat as you lift and press, reaching long as you lower and tap. Squeezing that core on. We're driving out of our heels, pressing those knees up and over our ankles. Still moving nice and slow. Up for 2, down for 2. Keeping it nice and slow for 4. 3. We're going to hold at the top in 2. Last one, hold at the top. Our right leg is going to float up to tabletop, finding stability through that left heel. We're going to extend that right toe up to the ceiling and sweep it down in line with that opposite leg. Then lift and point back up to the ceiling. Holding those hips nice and even. Just that right leg is on the move. That left leg is nice and stable. We're squeezing and holding those hips up. Lift and sweep, maybe adding that ankle articulation. So flexing your foot as you lower, pointing your toe as you lift and reach. We have 3. And lift. 2. Reach. Last one down. Keep that leg extended. Reach for the ceiling. Find tiny little pulses up through that left glute. Squeeze and lift. Just reaching a little bit higher past that top point for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that right leg extended. Lower your hips down to the mat. We're going to extend that opposite leg to the front of the room. Lift chest and shoulders to grab that right thigh. Alternating legs, single leg stretch. So giving that leg a little tug and squeeze, then switching it out for that other side. Keeping chest and shoulders lifted if you can. Thinking about crunching ribs down to hips. We're squeezing that core on for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We melt our heels back down to the mat. We come back to that strong bridge. Set it up, extend those arms long, starting from the top. We lift and squeeze, lower and tap. So we're setting ourselves up for that other side. Starting with those strong bridges, both feet are down on the mat. We're going to hold it lifted in 6. Find your breath. 5, 4, 3, drive those knees forward. 2, holding on this next one, hold and squeeze. This time we drill that right heel down, that left knee floats up to tabletop. We extend left toe up to the ceiling, sweep it down on that even plane and lift. Sweep and lift, checking in with those hip bones. I always bring my fingertips to my hip bones to make sure they're staying nice and even. I don't want you dipping off that left side just because we're lifting that leg. Hold those hip bones even for 4. Hold on to that breath. 3, 2. Last one, reach that toe up for the ceiling. We find those pulses on this second side. Reach and squeeze through that right glute. Lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips lower down, that left leg stays extended. We reach our right toes to the ceiling or to the front of the room. Tuck that left knee in, bent leg stretch this time. So chest and shoulders are lifted. This time our knee is driving in, and then we extend. So giving that knee a little squeeze, then reach. Crunching down through that core, ribs are meeting hips for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Draw both knees up into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. Maybe lift chest and shoulders to meet those knees. Gentle rock side to side. Then we're going to cross our ankles and roll it forward. So we're coming into our tabletop section. So meet me in your quadruped or your 4-point position. We're setting up with our wrists right under shoulders. Belly is nice and tight. Knees are under hips. We're going to start on our right side. So our right leg is going to be on the move. We're starting with a fire hydrant lift out to the right. So we take that right leg, lift up and lower. That knee is moving on that same plane as the opposite knee. So we're not letting that leg fall backwards or shift forward. We're lifting knee to knee, trying to get that knee all the way up to our hip height, and then bringing it back down with control. Lift and lower. It's very easy when we're in this 4-point position and one leg is lifted for us to shift our weight into our non-working leg, into our non-working hip. So I challenge you to be active and pressing down extra firm with that right hand to pull your way back to center as you move through this single-sided work. We're going to add on in 3, 2, holding it lifted on this next one. Extend right toe out to the right side of the room, bend in and lower. So we're adding that extension, creating more time under tension on that right side. This is where it's going to be really important to shift that weight back to the right, thinking about leaning to the right. We're here for 6. Hold on to it. Connect with that breath for 5. Gaze is just down to the top of your mat, keeping that neck long for 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going to hold at that extension, lift, reach, leg stays lifted. We find tiny little pulses just for 8. Shift that weight to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, don't drop in 1. Hold that leg lifted. We're going to bend in as we swivel around to tuck it behind that left side, dropping down to those forearms. Lift and press up and extend back out to the right. So we fold it in, tucking behind that left side, drop to those forearms. Lift and extend. Finding that little rainbow tuck, toe is pointed. We reach out to that right side, then we bend and tuck behind that left knee. Lowering down. You should start to feel that fire up on that left hip, that left glute. Reach and tuck. Here for 5. We're going to find a new combo in 4, 3. Stay with me for 2. 1. As we come around for this rainbow, hold in your rainbow. We're going to tuck both of our toes. Our legs are crossed. Press up into our cross-legged pike. Lower back down left knee first. Then we're going to come back around to find that rainbow extension. So we tuck it behind, both toes tuck. We press up into our cross-legged pike. Left knee comes down. Right knee unravels, reaches for the side of the room. Bend it in, tuck, and lift. Moving with precision, taking it piece by piece, we reach out to the right, bend it in, tuck behind the left, both toes tuck, we press up into that pike. We have 5 more. Reach and extend out to that right side. Tuck behind left knee and press. Closing the gap between that front leg and our chest. Reach out to the right. Tuck and press. Last 3, and we're going to hold in that pike. Reach, tuck, press. Beautiful work. Last 2, reach, tuck, and press. Final 1, and we meet in that pike. Down, reach it out to the right, fold it under, hold at the top of your pike. That right leg is going to lift and tap. We're holding that cross between our legs, so we're reaching out to tap that toe behind our left foot. Lift and lower, pressing that chest down towards your front thigh. We're here for 6. Almost there. 5, 4, 3. Last 2. 1. Swivel it around to meet in that down dog, and we're going to walk our hands up to meet our feet. Keeping those fingertips glued down to the mat, find a little bend and extend with your opposite legs, releasing any tension we've built. Releasing those hands from the mat, come up just halfway, find your elbows, find a little ragdoll sway. Releasing those elbows, roll it up nice and slow, chin off your chest very last till you're all the way standing. Now that we're here, we're going to pick up our hand weights or option to move with body weight. For the sake of the video, I'm going to turn to face the camera. You can stay facing the front end of your mat. We're going to start with that right leg on the move. So our right leg's been working this whole time so far. So that right leg's going to extend out. We're going to wrap it around, finding a curtsy lunge, lift and extend to that tap. So we curtsy lunge behind, taking that bicep curl, lift and tap. Beautiful. We're here for 6. So wrap it around, tap that knee, lift and extend. For 4. 3, trying to get that back knee all the way to the mat if you can. 2. Last one down, we're going to hold with that right toe pointed. Right arm's going to reach up overhead. We're going to find a bend over to the left. We're going to crunch right knee, right elbow, find that tap. In and reach. So we're thinking about our obliques here, crunching knee to elbow, squeezing through that side body, lift and reach. Here for 5, and we'll go right back to those curtsies. In 4, 3, finding that full reach, 2, and 1. Reach. Bring those arms down. We swivel it around right back into those curtsies for 8. And tap. 7. Sinking it low as we can. Not here long. You have 6. 5. Being intentional with that point. Squeezing through your quads. Down. And lift for 3. 2. Holding at the top of this last one. Right arm lifts up. We find that bend. Shift that weight into that left leg. We crunch and reach. 7. 6. Challenge yourself. Maybe not letting that right toe touch the mat. Holding it in that hover. For 4. 3. 2. Last one, extend that toe out. Both hands are going to come down. I'm going to swivel to the front of my mat. You can just take your step back into your long line lunge, but we're meeting in a long line lunge with that right foot back. Left leg is forward. We're going to extend our arms out long, finding a forward hinge with a flat back. So we're hinging at our hips, reaching those dumbbells down to our lowest point, taking a row. Then we lift and pull back up to that tall standing position. We hinge forward over that left leg, find that row, lift and pull back up. Hinge, reaching the crown of your head for the front of the room, find that row at your lowest point, and lift and pull yourself back up. Really focusing on that hamstring through that left leg. We're taking that slight bend, hinging, and taking that row. With that row, elbows are shooting back by your hips, dumbbells are coming with it. So it's not right up to your armpits, you're dragging those dumbbells back towards your hips and extending them long before we rise up. We're going to add on a combo in 3. Find this movement, get strong. 2. Holding our hinge on this last one. We drop down for that hinge. Take our row, arms extend. Back leg's going to bend as we curl and lift into our 90-90. Shoot it back forward into that hinge, lift and rise. So there's our combo. We hinge, row those dumbbells back, extend. Drop that back knee, lift your chest. Reach and pull all the way up. We're here for 6. Down, row, reach, drop into your 90-90, extend, and lift. Beautiful. Down, row, reach, curl, hinge, and lift. Last 3 here. Row to the hips. Drop that back knee. Reach, lift, and pull up. Final 2. Down, row, reach, drop that back knee, extend, and lift. Last one. Down, row, reach. Come into your 90-90 and stay. We're going to lift straight up from our 90-90. Come down to that lunge and lift. Dropping that back knee. We're staying nice and tall. So we've removed that hinge. We're moving on that even plane. So head is just moving up and down for 5, 4, 3, we're so close. Be strong, you got it. 2, we hold it low on this last one. Hold in that hover, that back knee is hovering. We're bringing our dumbbells to chest. Elbows are nice and wide. We're gonna twist into that left leg and rotate back to center. Twist through your waist, come back through center. We're holding that hover. You have 5. We come back down to the mat in 4. Strong rotation, take your time. 3, 2, last one, twist, come back to center. We're gonna drop that knee, both knees come down. We're gonna swivel open, extending that right leg, our working leg. We're now in our side kneel. We're gonna extend that right arm nice and long. We're gonna lift our right leg to meet it. So we're in our strong side lying position. We're gonna crunch in knee to elbow. This is our last push on this side. Right knee, right elbow, reach it long. Crunch it in and extend. Holding it lifted, you can do it for 6, 5, extending straight from your shoulder, 4, 3, 2, last one, reach it long. We're gonna swivel back down to the mat, holding that right leg lifted. Left knee is down. We finished with push-ups. Little teeter-totter, we drop our nose down towards our mat, one long straight line, press it back up. Triceps stay tucked into your side body as you find that push-up. Leg lifts as you lower, lowers as you lift. Last 5, and lift. We're almost done on this side. Down, and lift. Last 3. Press it up, hold those arms in. 2, holding at the bottom of this last one. Find your deepest point. Just flutter that top leg, little pulses, holding at the bottom of your push-up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck it in, find a little child's pose, extend those arms long. Beautiful work. We have completed that side. We're gonna take a little breather through the middle and focus on our arms. And then we'll be right back for that other side. So coming to that kneeling position, or option to come standing if this isn't good on your knees. We have both dumbbells in hand. We're gonna start with a narrow curl to a wide curl. So we curl it forward, palms facing in, then we pivot, elbows glued in, we take it wide. Narrow to wide. So those elbows are staying pinned into our side body. We curl and reach. Here for 5, and we're gonna hold for just those wide curls. In 4, and reach. 3, taking your time, getting that squeeze at the top. 2, last one through center, we take it to just those wide curls for 6, 5, little W curl, 4, 3, 2, 1, we add on. We take our curl, we take our W press, hips lift. Pull those elbows in and release. Curl, press, pull, and release. Beautiful. Up, press, lower, release. You've got 5. And we hold at the top. And lower. 4. Extending those arms out as far as you can, holding strong. You have 3. 2. Last one, curl, press, hold it out. We take an elevated bicep curl, elbows in and reach. So we're holding that strong T shape, just curling those dumbbells in and out for 6. Strong core, holding onto that breath for 4, 3, 2, last one out, fold those arms in, palms flip to face out and away from you. We press those arms all the way up. We take a single arm shoulder press all the way down and lift. So we're crunching through that side body, getting the core involved as we take that pull and press. Option is stay in that low kneel or in that high kneel if the up and down motion is not for you and your body. We have 4 more each side. Finish it strong. Down and lift for 3. 2, making sure we're crunching it down as far as we can, getting that core involved. Last one each side. Down and reach. Down and reach. We open back to our cactus. Elbows come in and open. Final push. Shoulders are working and open. Core is nice and tight. Don't get sloppy here. Everything is working. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, bring those arms into center. We finish here. We kick it back into our tricep press, bring it back to that 90-degree angle, right to the top. We bend, holding that 90-degree angle all the way until we're in that hinge. Then we finish it with that kick through our triceps. So we hold that 90-degree angle up and kick it back. Beautiful. You've got 5. And press. All the way back, dropping that nose to your mat. Holding it down in that tricep press in 3, 2. Hold your hinge on this last one. Tiny little pulses to those triceps. Pinkies up to the ceiling. Holding that strong hinge. We finish here. Last pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink your hips back on top of your heels. Shake out those arms. Give yourself a little hug. Beautiful work. We're well over halfway done. We are going to set those dumbbells off to our side. Grab a sip of water, towel off if you need. We're going to set up for that other side. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to turn to face the opposite direction towards the back of my mat. You're welcome to stay facing forward. We're coming through that left side this time. So we're setting back up in that tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, nice and strong, knees under hips. Left leg is on the move this time. We lift that left leg into that fire hydrant lift, lower it back down knee to knee. So we hold that strong 90-degree angle and lower down. Lift and lower. Same thing on this side. Pressing firmly down into your mat with that left hand. Pulling that weight to center. Staying out of that right hip. Lift and lower. We add on in 5. Second side, let's go. 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top of this next one. Hold it lifted. We extend left toes long. Fold it in and lower. We lift, reach, bend, and lower. Power through. Find that full extension of that leg. Reach and point. Squeeze through those quads and lower back down. Last 5. And we hold that leg pointed. 4, 3. Stay with it. You got it. 2. Last one. Hold at the top. Tiny little pulses. Leg is straight, pointing out to the left. Shift that weight as much as you can to the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it lifted. We bend it in. Drop those forearms. Tuck left knee behind right. Rainbow tuck. Reach back out to that left side. Tuck it around and reach. So that right knee tucks behind left. Then we extend as we lift out to that left side. Tuck it back in. Beautiful. We'll be here for 5, and then we'll find that combo with our pike. In 4. And reach. 3. Last 2. We add on. And 1. Reach it out to the left. This time when we tuck it around, hold it there, both toes tuck, we press into our cross-legged pike. Right knee comes down, we unravel, reach left leg out long, rainbow extension. Tuck it behind, tuck those toes, and press. Moving with precision, reach. Tuck it back, and press. Second side should have the flow of it. We reach it out long. Bend left knee in, tuck and press. Last 5. and we'll hold in that pike. Reach. Don't get lazy. We move with precision with every rep. Extend and fold. You can do 3 more. I'm with you. Extend, fold, and press. We hold that pike into, wrap it around, and press. Last time down. Find that rainbow extension, reach. Tuck it back behind, find your pike, and hold. That left leg on the move, we're gonna lift and tap behind that right heel. Lift and tap. Reaching for the ceiling, pressing that chest in towards that right thigh. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, reach it up. Bring that foot back down, finding that straight down dog. Walk your hands up to your feet. Slowly roll it all the way back up to the top of your mat. We're back standing, and we're gonna grab our dumbbells. Coming in to that curtsy lunge, this time our left leg is on the move. So we extend that left toe out to the corner of our mat. We wrap it around that right, take our curl, lift and extend. So reaching that left knee down for your mat, extend out long. Here for 6, and we'll hold at the top. Trying to keep those hips swiveled forward as we wrap that left knee around. Last 3. Hold on to that breath. I know we're getting tired. 2. Last one down, we meet at the top. Reach that left leg long, left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Find that slight bend. Shift the weight into that right leg. We crunch and reach. Crunch and reach. Option to keep that left leg in hover, not even touching your mat, challenging your balance to that right side. We go back to those curtsies in 3, 2. Last one, reach it long. Left arm comes down, we wrap it around. Curtsy and curl. Extend. For 7. Nice and strong. 6. 5. And tap. Get that knee as low as we can. Last 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Tap it down. Extend. We find that oblique crunch. Reach that left arm long. Find your bend. Sink into that right leg. Crunch and reach. Ribs to hips. Crunch that side body and extend. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Crunch it in. Reach and extend. Those arms come down. We're going to swivel to have that right leg forward this time, coming into that long line lunge. So as wide as we can, our toes we are on our toes on our back leg. We're heavy in that front right leg. We extend forward, find that hinge, row those dumbbells to hips, extend and lift. So same thing on this other side. Crown of your head is reaching forward. We take that row at our lowest point, then lift and pull back up to that front leg. Hinge it forward, heavy in that right leg, row and lift. Beautiful. Nice long straight spines. Dumbbells moving back to your hips, moving on that angle. Row and extend. We add on in 3, taking that to that 90-90 lunge. In 2. Holding that hinge low on this last one. We drop it down. Find your row, extend. Bend that back knee, curl. Shoot it forward and lift. So we hinge, row, reach, curl, and press. All the way back up. Hinge, row, reach, curl. Shoot that weight forward and rise. You have 4 left. We're going to hold in that 90-90 lunge. Drop it back, chest lifts, reach, and lift. For 3, hold on to it. A lot on these legs. And pull, final 2. Down, row, reach, drop into that 90-90. shoot it forward, and lift. Last one, we stay in that 90-90. Hinge, row, reach, curl, lift it straight up. We drop it down and lift. So we're bending through that left leg now, staying nice and tall through our chest. We curl and lift. We finish our standing work in 7. We hold in that hover in 6, 5. Be prepared. 4. For that hold in 3, 2. Last one, we hold it in that low hover. Dumbbells come to chest, elbows come wide. We twist into that front leg, come back through center. Twist and center. Stay nice and tall, hovering that back knee. We're almost there. You have 4, and we come down to the mat. 3, 2, hold your balance. Last one, twist back to center, drop those knees, come down to your mat. I'm going to come over this way. We're extending that left leg long. Right hand is coming down to our mat. Left arm is reaching. We're in our side kneel. Lift that left leg to match your hand. We crunch in, knee to elbow, and reach. In and extend. We're so close. Final push. In and extend. You can do 6. Find that full stretch, reaching for that side wall. 4, 3, we keep our leg lifted. In 2, last crunch in, reach it long, swivel down to face the mat. We're staying on that right leg. Left leg is lifted. Elbows are in tight to your side body. We drop it down and lift. Lower down to your mat. Leg lifts as you lower. Your final 6 and lift. 5. We're going to hold at the bottom in 4. Nice and strong. 3, 2. Hold at the bottom. Find your lowest point. We pulse that leg up. You finish here with 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw that knee up and under. Find that child's pose. Extend those arms long. Sink those hips back. And breathe. Take a tiny baby step out, widening those knees. Let your chest sink down. Sink those hips back. 3 breaths here. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale in through the nose. Lungs pressing up against our thighs and then letting it go. 1 more. And release. Beautiful. Set those dumbbells off to the side. We're going to cool down very quick. We're going to swivel around, coming back down to our backs, how we started class. Extend those legs nice and long. Reach those fingertips long overhead. Just stretch and reach. Find length. We're going to draw that right knee into chest, grabbing it with both hands. Give it a nice tight squeeze. Roll through that right ankle. Let that hip fall open, letting that knee fall over to the right just slightly. Releasing with that right hand, grab that knee with your left, pulling it across your body. Gaze goes the opposite direction, keeping those shoulder blades pinned down to your mat. Slowly rolling back through center. Right ankle is going to come to left knee, finding a little figure 4 position. Option to lift that left leg and give it a little tug, pulling that right knee out and away from your body as you pull that left knee in. Feeling that stretch to that right hip. Lowering left heel down to the mat. Slowly release your right leg. Reach both legs long. Find that long stretch. For the second time, reach. Left knee comes into chest this time. Give it a hug. Roll through your ankle. Let it fall open to that left side, deepening that stretch. Then reach across, grabbing left knee, right hand, over and across your body, gaze going the opposite direction. Rolling back through center, we're going to stack that left ankle over right knee, coming into our figure 4. Final stretch. Optional, lift that right heel up off your mat, deepening that stretch on that left side, pressing that left knee out and away. Slowly releasing everything down. One last long stretch. Then tuck your chin to your chest, roll all the way up, reach over toes, reaching for those heels. Neck falls heavy. And slowly release back up to that tall seated position. Thank you guys so much for working so hard. That was an amazing one. I can't wait to catch you in the next one. Make sure to hydrate, get lots of sleep, and eat good. I will see you next time.